We've got a little 10-acre piece of grass on the ground right now. It's been on the ground for I think 2 days, and hopefully tonight or tomorrow sometime we'll be able to bale it. And we're gonna be baling it up with this small square baler and parking all of the bales in this shed. So I'm gonna get this thing hooked up to our smaller New Holland tractor. It's sitting in front of the auger right now, so I'm gonna go take that off. I think we'll have to take the clavis off of it as well. And then we're also gonna move these sawdust pallets because these are gonna be in the way. We want to put all of these grass bales on that wall, so we're gonna get to doing that. You can see the yard's pretty dark. It's because we got a shot of rain this afternoon out here. There's actually some hail in there, unfortunately, but the field is about 2 kilometers south of here, and because the showers right now are so spotty, we barely got any rain out there, where we got quite a bit out here. If the hay was by the yard, we definitely wouldn't be able to bale it. I don't even think tomorrow, but since it's quite a ways away, there wasn't that much rain out there, and it'll be dry a lot quicker. We're pretty close to this grass field now, and you can see it's way drier out here because we're still kicking up some gnarly rooster tails. So it's just this field here in the trees. It's about 10 acres or so. We were raking it, and then it started to rain out here, but it was just enough to make the top layer of everything a little bit wet. And this is actually the tractor that I need to hook up to the small baler, so I'm gonna have to wait till this is raked. Maybe we'll do it tonight yet. Still feels pretty dry. It's definitely pretty close to being ready to bale. Probably would have been ready to go today. We're not raking 2 swaths into one because that would just make the swaths way too big for that small square baler. So we're just hitting the 1 swath, flipping it over so it can dry a bit better. You can see it's pretty dark over there. So many small showers just passing by. You can see them in the distance, but unfortunately one came right over us today, which kind of messed up our plans here. Grass dries a lot quicker than alfalfa does because these stems are a lot smaller, and for some reason it just dries out way quicker. So this stuff was cut I think 2 days ago. Definitely would have been ready to bale for sure tomorrow, but we could have tried it tonight if we didn't get that rain, unfortunately. But it is what it is. That's farming, so. So my little sister finished up raking that field there. We're gonna unhook that thing as quickly as possible here. We're gonna just drop it off in the shed, and then we're gonna hook the small square baler up to it. I gotta get the loader and that MX285 in front of it backed out because we want to park that rake right behind the combine there. Gonna have to take this clavis off to hook up to that small square baler.
Can you give me the pin?
So this square baler is pretty simple. It's just the hitch and the PTO, and that's all that needs to be hooked up. Should be good to go. Now that we got it pulled out, we're gonna move all of these pallets over right up to the bales here. Now when I'm baling out in the field, my dad, he is gonna grab the bale picker and start parking bales in here, and he wanted to put them on this wall. So I'm just checking before I head out to the field how much twine is in here. And there's pretty much 5.5 rolls at least. This is the lowest one, so I won't have to worry at all about running out of twine. We're only gonna be making around 400 bales out there, we think, and this should be plenty. We're about half full on fuel, so we'll top that up before we head out there. Grab the bale probe so we can probe the bales and see how moist they are. Got out to the field. I gotta swing that baler out a bit and drop the pickup there, and then we'll be ready to go. So that's the pin that holds it in. There's a little spring back there. Now this thing will slide out, and hopefully it'll click in at the last one there, which will just offset this baler. It'll bring it out this way, and that way that tire won't drive over the swath before we pick it up with this baler. I'm gonna kind of jerk the tractor forward just to nudge that loose there. There she's going. There we go. We're not tying. Some broken bales here usually happens when you just start out. This one's looking good though. We'll probe them and see how moist they are. So this is the bale probe. That's good. We want to be below 14. 13.5. So of the first 10 bales we made or so, it looks like 5 tied and 5 were just loose. I'm gonna try and bail them up right away. Took all the strings out. Just gotta make sure you don't hammer them through too quick. So there goes my dad in the bale picker. It's a pretty nice wagon. I think you can hold 160 bales on it. And it loads them up itself and unloads itself, so you don't have to pick any bales if everything goes right. Sometimes unloading those wagons, you'll tip a load over, which is a lot of extra work if you have to restack it, but this wagon's pretty good. we are done baling this field. Just gonna check the counter now. Is that 545 bales? That's quite a few off of this piece. It's only about 10 acres, so the grass was really heavy here, which is good. We'll only cut this once, and all these small squares are gonna be for the calves in the calf barn. That's the only reason why we make small squares out here, is for the calves. We bed them with small square bales as well. We think that the whole straw from these small squares is really good bedding, and it stays clean in there for a long time because of the whole straw, and it's pretty convenient to handle. You can just pick up one of these bales by hand, huck them into a pen, or cut one loose right in front of their pen there so you can feed them, and that's why we do the small squares. So that's a full load. Now he just tips it back once it gets into that hay shed there, and it'll push the entire stack off. Gonna put this thing back into transport mode here, just by lifting up the pickup. There we go, now we can head down the road. We only used 2 full rolls, I think. Maybe a little bit more, but not a heck of a lot. You can make quite a few bales with this thing when it's fully loaded. Probably close to 1,000. Some pretty good stacks there. So that's 3 right there, and there'll be another half or so. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram @SaskDutchKid, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.